we are just going to see a few educational videos that are going to line up after this video. So it's basically an educational video of a few equipments that are available in market. So all these equipments are very useful for our day-to-day life. With the new normal, all these equipments which are available in market helps us to monitor our health at home. So consider this as an educational video and not as a promotional video for any kind of brand or any kind of medical commercial. So this is an educational video about few equipments that we have at home. Even I have it at home, but I don't know how to use it and what is the normal value or normal range. So with the help of few doctors, we have made this video to demonstrate you how to use this equipment and what's the normal range and when to panic, when to not to panic. Thank you so much.
About pulse oximeter, which is one of the most common instruments right now brought during the corona times. People have to make sure that they are completely at rest when they are checking this. People with heart diseases and lung diseases are the ones should generally be monitoring this. Okay, it's very useful when you have it, when you have elderly people at your house. This is one of the common instruments which is available in your nearby market. I made sure that the model is accessible to everybody and it's not an international model. So it has 3 readings. The first one will be your oxygen saturation, the second one would be your pulse, and the third one would be your pulse rate. Okay, so this instrument will have a red light inside, if you could see. The red light should be pointing out towards your tip of your finger. Make sure the patient is completely at rest. It's even preferable if the patient lies down comfortably. And when you're checking for a person, make sure you take at least 3 readings for them before you confirm your abnormal readings. So I'm just going to demonstrate on a patient. So you just put the finger in and just leave it. Make sure the patient is completely at rest. And after a few minutes, you could see the readings coming up after 30 seconds. More than 95 is what is a normal value. People with some lung elements and known case of COPD, smokers, and few athletes might have a low range, something between say 94 to 97. That is kind of normal for them. But anything below 95 should arise a suspicion and repeated readings should be taken. At least 3 values should be taken before you could confirm an abnormal reading and consult your doctor. The pulse range, usually 60 to 100 is the normal range. The average would be around anything between 80 to 90, and 95 can also be considered normal. Anything below 60 or more than 100 should be giving and suspicion of any abnormality. Usually when you have temperature, fever, the values of pulse rate also goes up correspondingly. For every degree of your temperature, say if it goes to 99, then 80 plus 10, it goes up to 90. Like that, it can go up to 120 also. So make sure these readings are all within your normal range when you are monitoring your patient of corona. Okay, thank you.
If it is above 100?
This is an infrared thermometer. So if you see this, it has a digital display, and here is the infrared region, and this is a camera which records the temperature. So normally if you see, there are various varieties of infrared thermometer, but basic component will be this. In case if you don't have an infrared thermometer, you are going to just use a thermometer to monitor your family members. And you can always use a normal digital thermometer, but see to that after each usage you just clean it properly with water and soap. That is more than adequate. So when we are using an infrared thermometer, you can see various places where these thermometers are being used. So the disadvantage of this is it just takes the surface temperature, whatever is available. So ideally this should be measured in a shady environment. Next is the person on whom you are going to fire this infrared thermometer should not have traveled in the sun, or should not have worn a moisturizing cream or something like that while they travel in the sun. That can take up the heat and that can show as an increased temperature. So Don't panic if it shows a high temperature immediately and the person might say I'm not having a fever. So don't assume that they are having fever or something. You can wait for 5 minutes and then you can reapply and see how much is the temperature. So normally if you are going to shoot the temperature, at least or 1 feet away from them is more than adequate. So you have to just press the gun, see to that it's close to the frontal region. So this is the frontal region. So if you see her temperature now is 98. So the 98, it's keeping on varying, 98, 91. So now we are recording in a room where there's a AC running, so it can keep on fluctuating. So imagine this being done under the sun and she has gone out and come, so it might show a high temperature, but that doesn't mean that she's having fever. Just wait for 5 minutes and then check it again. Thank you. Sanitizer which is being used nowadays in and out by everyone. Please see to that hand sanitizer is not equivalent to that of washing your hands. So always washing hands is always better than a sanitizer. Sanitizer you can use it whenever a hand wash facility is not available, but it should not be used before you go and eat somewhere. You should not use it before you go and eat somewhere. You should not apply it before you go touch your food or something like that. Please don't use a hand sanitizer. See, basically how this hand sanitizer or a soap function is, all viruses, they will have some protein. This protein will be disintegrated by the content of the soap or by this sanitizer alcohol content. So always wash your hands whenever possible using soap and sanitizer. Whenever you are washing with water and soap, see to that you lather your hand at least for 30 seconds and then you wash your hands. So that is the contact time for this fat kind of thing for on the surface of the virus or bacteria to disintegrate. Next is, whenever you are using a sanitizer, when water or soap is not available, just see to that don't take excess amount. There are two varieties. One is will be very watery and another one is like a gel variety. So see to that you don't take too much excess of sanitizer. Take little bit adequate for washing, for applying in your hands. Keep it in your palm of hand. First rub it across. First take it in your hand little bit. Ideally this will be adequate for my hand. Just first rub it in your hand, in your palm. Next on the back side, same in the back side. Next is in your thumbs, and here also in your thumbs, and in the interdigital space, that is between your fingers. Just apply it in between your fingers. So this should ideally suffice. Imagine if you are touched anywhere in this region or somewhere, you can even apply a little bit on that region, not too much, because the only disadvantage of using too much of sanitizer or something like that is can cause dermatitis in your hand. So don't use too much of sanitizer. As much as possible, try to use soap and water. Also, whenever you're using a sanitizer, please see to that you don't go near any fire, because all these sanitizers contain alcohol. You know, alcohol has a tendency to flame. So always see to that you don't use a sanitizer before you go near a fire. Thank you.